Alrighty then, what's going on, fellas? So, I just recently went to my first track day, and it was amazing. When we went, it was like 40 degrees out in the morning, so it was cold. And then we get there, and everybody's like, "Oh, the track is gonna be all slick," and you know, they were like, this track is already naturally slick until you get some heat into it. And woo, man, I had a couple of little scares. I decided to go ahead and, you know, on the second session, the first session, let me just start off by saying the first session, you're just going with the instructor and he's showing you the course and what lines to take. And then the second session, he's doing it again, but a little faster. And my tires were not warmed up at all. And I was like, ooh, okay, let's try to keep up with these guys. And when I did that, dude, my rear tire, like, ooh, lost traction. It kicked out. And I was just like, the scariest thing ever. Oh, man, I thought I was going to high side. It was so scary. Probably the scariest. I had another little scare, too. I was downshifting into... So here's where the problem lies, though. They, you know, the gear rental and stuff that they gave us was, oh dude, it was complete ass. Now, the instructors were cool, everybody there was so helpful, but the gear was just complete ass. If you're gonna do that gear rental, I mean, they charge, your first time is free to rent gear, but they charge you, it's like $50 for a suit, $25 for boots. It's not even worth it. You're better off saving your money and getting your own suit and your own boots. And I have riding shoes, but I just don't have the riding boots that go past my ankle, so I had to rent that stuff, which was free. But the suit was so crusty and gross, like it's not even worth, like, hell no, man, it's not even worth it. So the boots that I got, they were the size that fit me, but there was like no grip on them on the bottom, and I kept slipping everywhere. So when I was downshifting, my fucking foot my foot slipped, and instead of like giving like a full tap, I did a half tap, and it went into neutral from second. So I coasted through a corner. Luckily I was already on the brakes and trail braking. I just coasted through a corner, and luckily, you know, I made it through. It wasn't, you know, wasn't a hard corner or anything. It was just one of those long sweeping ones. But it was still, you know, oh man, it was, whew, had a couple of little scares. So if I had fun that day. If I was going to give you guys like first timers advice, I would say give yourself time for your tires to warm up. Give yourself 2, 3, 4 laps, because I decided to go ahead and go hard from the first lap or the second lap, and my rear tire kicked out. And I'm so glad I have traction control. Only thing that saved my ass, I think, man. Like, my butt came off the seat, both my feet came off the seat. I thought I was going down. So yeah, warm up your tires 100%. Don't go hard for the first 2 little laps, unless you have tire warmers, you know, then you can go hard from right out of the gate. But don't just go out and hit it. They want you to like progress through the day, so you start off at like 50%, then you do 55 and 60 until you end up at like 70%, 75% or 80%, something like that, of your, you know, riding capability, which is what they want you to end up at. They don't want you to go 100%, because if you go 100%, you know, it's just like on the street, you don't want to go 100%, but you know, they're super like safe about it. The track was awesome. That day we only had 3 little incidents, two crashes, and one guy just broke down. My buddy Misfit, he posted his video. I was gonna post mine, but I forgot to charge my GoPro, so yeah, I kind of failed you guys and I failed myself, failed the channel. But he posted his, and on the last session he went off the track. He was trying to keep up with the instructor. You know, I'm not afraid to admit he's a badass rider, a lot better than I am. I think the only thing that was really holding me back though was the fact that I'm on a $20,000 bike. I can't afford to fix if something happens to this thing. You know, I'm my only bike and I'm out of a bike if this, you know, something happens to this thing. And in the back of my head, it's always just sitting there, hey, you know, don't wreck. So I'm always pretty careful about the way that I ride and things that I do. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and just buy a track bike. I'm probably gonna get like a little 300 just to, you know, something that's under 3K, just so I don't have to care about it. I can thrash it. I can, you know, if I drop it, oh well, you know, it's only a little 300. But yeah, definitely let your tires warm up. Get your own gear. Oh man, I can't tell you how nasty that gear, that it was all crusty and nasty. Like the zippers were pretty much impossible to put like pull up. I had to take a quick little break and hang out with my buddies. We're gonna go to the lake, go to this car show. But yeah, where was I? About the track. Yeah, it was freaking awesome. I had so much fun. I only did like 4 sessions. I was so tired, dude. My legs are killing me. After like the 2nd or 3rd session, I was like, dude, I'm gonna drop my bike, just parking it. And my legs just felt like noodles, you know. And I was right around lunchtime. There was like one more session right before lunch, and I was like, no, I'm sitting this one out. I can't do it. So I have even more respect for MotoGP guys that, you know, that stuff, whew, man, you got to be in tip-top physical shape, which I am most definitely not in. They just did some lowies. But yeah, I was so scared, man. Like, I was already nervous as shit. I got out there and they were like, oh yeah, this track is really slick. Oh, and it's 40 degrees out, so it's even more slick. I want to go back, but I'm not going to go back until I get my own suit and boots. I don't know. Suit rental's not worth it, even if it's free. But I'm gonna go back. One of these days I'll be able to do Coda. That'd be awesome. I really just want to go for that back straight and just wide open top this bike out. I know I can do it. Another great thing about the track day is that, because let me see, there was like 7 of us that were brand new to the you know, it was the first time of the track, so they really just focused on us. And you know, you get a lot of one-on-one time with the instructor, and you know, he follows you and he records you, he gets behind you, and he is a damn good rider. Gets right up behind you and just stays right there. He's like a foot away from your bike, maybe less. And he'll show you exactly what you were doing right, what you were doing wrong, and he'll critique you. Freaking the road is melting underneath us. Put your feet down, it's all sticky. But But yeah, so he followed me, and you know, you put your shirt on, it's like it lets him know what you're doing. Lets him know who you are, and he'll follow you, and he'll give you, you know, pointers and tips. The only thing he critiqued me on was like I was shifting too much. He said he wanted me to be in second gear the entire time. And body position wise, I was pretty much good, except that he wanted me to put my shoulder on the tank and, you know, get down a little more. But he said besides that, it was good, and I corrected that, and you know. So my body position is pretty much perfect. You know, I'm pretty much an expert now after one track day. So, but I didn't let it get to my head like some other guys would, like you know, a YouTuber that would ride around on a Triumph Daytona. You know what I'm saying? I just went to have fun, test my skills, but not exceed my skills. You know, I got out there and I could feel, you know, I put down my tire pressure, I put it down to like 29 or 28, and I could just feel every little thing that my front and rear tire was doing. And you know, when I got out there, the road was still cold and my tires still cold, and I could just feel the front end wanting to wash out. I felt it slipping. And you know, that's, you know, I also got my suspension set up for my weight. That was the best $40 I've ever spent. It was well worth it. Really helps out a lot. But yeah, guys, that's about it for this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That was my little experience at the track day. I had fun. Hope you enjoyed this little tips that I gave. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later.